Hi, it's Tatiana from 21 Kittens Art Studio. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, what I wanted to do, since it's almost the end of the year, I wanted to go through all the things that I have used up, the things that I'm currently using during my low buy, no buy challenge. So without further ado, let's get to. As you saw from an older video of mine where I posted all the sketchbooks that I had used up, I have them all here. I'm not gonna go through all of them with you now because it's you can watch that other video if you want. So I filled up a whole art creation by Royal Talents. Then I filled up this Canson aquarelle block that comes with 12 pages, 12 sheets. This Rembrandt watercolor paper as well. The Acquarello Artistico by Fabriano. Then this visual journal by Strathmore. Then this cheapo watercolor block. Then this was some moleskin watercolor paper that I got gifted back in December 2021, and I finished it this year as well. This you didn't get to see. It's a mixed media block that I got from the store Action, and I've been back ever since, but they don't have them anymore. And I started this in December 2024 and I finished it in the 23rd of June of this year, 2025. And I used it mainly for abstracts and experimentation, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the format. The paper was, even though it wasn't watercolor paper, it was actually good to work with many different media. So I might do a sketchbook tour in the future of this chunky one, but this was one of my favorite ones to use. Had a lot of fun with that. Then I had this old watercolor and tempera and gouache basic Canson paper from October 2019 until this year. Canson aquarelle with 60% cotton, and I don't know when I started this, but I finished it this year as well. I tend to go through these quite quickly. They're very good. And then this Fabriano Acquarello watercolor book that I got in 2022, finished it in May. And my husband gifted me another one, which is bound. I've started using it already. And then this Canson XL watercolor paper in A3 size. I got this quite a while ago. I think I got this in probably around 2021 and finished it this year. Okay, so those are the papers that have been done. Okay, now let me show you all the stuff that I still have. And I am not trying to use them all up too quickly because they are good quality. So I have a new small Canson aquarelle block that I started in June this year. I've only used 2 sheets so far. Have a brand new aquarelle still in its plastic. Arches still in its plastic. A big Canson aquarelle still in its plastic as well. This is the fine grain. Now this is the Fabriano that my husband got me. As you can see, it's the bound one, not the one with rings, but it's exactly the same paper. And I have already started using it with some experiments and some gouache. This was just some doodling that I did. Then I have this Arches rough grain watercolor block, and I did buy this a long time ago, and I have, according to this, I have 5 sheets left. Another Arches in A4 size, 12 sheets, and I still have quite a few left. So as you can see, I'm not running out of paper anytime soon. another Canson aquarelle fine grain that I already started. I have no idea how many sheets there are left, but about half, a bit over half maybe. Then I have the Gold Line watercolor paper. This is by Clairefontaine. And even though it doesn't say here how much cotton it has, it does have some, since it states that it's made from a mix of cotton and lignin-free cellulose. And it's the paper that I've shown you before. It's alright. And this is the second one that I got ever. And this one I've used up more than half of the block, as you can see. And I'll keep on using it. For practicing and everything, it's actually pretty good, and I would recommend it if you're starting with watercolors. And then I have this Winsor & Newton watercolor paper that I got gifted, I think 2-3 years ago. And it's good paper, but I prefer the Arches one. And I still have quite a few of them left, maybe like half of papers left, and it's quite big. It's 12 inches by 16 inches, so 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters. It's a huge chunker. And then I have another big one by Arches, and this is the hot pressed paper. My cat is meowing in the background. Please ignore him. I've had to close the door of my studio because my two cats are fighting. So one of my cats is inside, and Pixel is outside. So he'll be meowing for a while. Yeah, so this is the hot pressed paper by Arches. This is the first one that I tried, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I still have a few sheets left in there. And then I have more Arches. I actually have 2 of these already opened. Here I have 17 pages left, and here I have 19 pages. I haven't used them in a while. And another Canson aquarelle, but this is the rough grain. And according to this, there are 5 sheets left. Yeah, I think so. Another paper that I like, but lately I'm leaning more towards hot pressed paper. The smoothness of the paper is really something that I'm really liking. I used to enjoy the textured paper much more in the past, but now I'm leaning towards the hot press paper. And then I have my Saunders Waterford watercolor paper. And again, I got this one in 2022. Still going strong. Came with 20 sheets. According to these, I have 12 left. And they are glued on all sides, and just has a slip here for you to remove it with a knife. I really like this paper. The quality is as good as the Arches one, but I don't know if you can see it in the camera, that the paper is slightly more yellow than the Arches one. So for some things it is a bit too warm colored for my liking. Especially because I work with a lot of blues and I kind of prefer the more white paper. But it's still really good quality paper. Now those are the ones that are like proper watercolor paper that I have. I'm not going to show you all the other paper that I have that is still being used up from years ago, because otherwise you're going to be here forever. And I'm also running low on battery. As for paper surfaces, what I'm currently using is this large sketchbook made with a Gold Line paper that I have shown you in the past already in a few videos ago. And I started this in April 2020, which is when I made it. And now I have a few pages left. And I've been using it for tests and for exercises. I did this using gouache and watercolor. This is watercolor and colored pencil. And the last time that I used it was in September 24. There's an idea that I'm working on still for a big painting that I want to do in acrylics. I've just never come around to doing it. Then I have my Skoda watercolor block. There is no information on its composition, so I'm not sure if it has any cotton at all. It might. And started in 2023, June 2023, and I'm still using it. I'm trying not to finish it too quickly because it's good for traveling, for taking it with me when I travel, even though I don't travel so much, but still. And for doing all these wet techniques that I like to do. And the colors come out really nice. They come out really vibrant. And I have a Hannah travel sketchbook as well, also for watercolor. This is cold pressed and it is 100% cotton. And it's actually quite good. But I have to say, even though it is 100% cotton, 250 GSM, the quality is not as good as the artist paper. It is good paper, but it's like not quite there. And again, I bought this in 2023 because I bought it at the same time as the Skoda. And I use it also for very wet techniques. This is where I started working on the ideas for my beginning series. And it came out really good. Although the colors are a bit washed out here. And yeah, still more experimentation. And I still have like half a book left. And then my Royal Talents, the art creation one that I started in 2022. And I do everything in there as well. I like how the paper reacts with watercolors. It reacts different to them than other paper. So I still have a few pages left to go. I was hoping to finish it this year. I was calculating that at a rate of painting 5 pages a day, I might be able to finish it, but I've been busy and I've not had time to paint as much. I've also been trying to edit and put out a video once a week, so that takes up a lot of my time. What I have managed to paint in here this year is from here onwards to here. All this is what I've managed to paint in a year, which is not bad considering that this was 2024 and 2023 and 2022. So I've been more productive. I was also using up other sketchbooks and so on. Okay, as for my watercolors, I've mentioned before that I've been using or trying to use just the Cotman by Winsor & Newton so that I can use them up and then start buying better ones. For example, I would like to get more Roman Schmal. I would like to get some more Schminke. And I've placed all of them in here, all my Cotmans. And this is my box currently. Again, still ignore my cat. He always meows when I have the door closed. Okay, so I have all here my colors. I don't think I need to repeat them to you again. This one is not this one here is not a Cotman. This is a Van Gogh that I have in the tube, which I purchased many years ago. And this one is by a This is a handmade watercolor, and they have been getting used. I'm trying to use up the reds. And considering that I rarely use reds, this is something. My permanent rose is also being used. Apologies if it's not focusing too well. Now I have used up a few of them already. For instance, the sap green. I just rinsed the little box. Burnt umber is also down quite a bit. And the same with the cadmium yellow. But I don't know when I'll be done with them. I don't know when I'll manage to use them all up. Because I also have to do paintings using professional watercolors. So I'm not 100% just painting with these ones. I'm using these for paintings that I just want for myself or just for fun, you know. I mix these up with my gouache as well when I'm doing the gouache and watercolor paintings. So I don't know how long they're going to last me. I think they're going to last me quite a long time still. I was hoping I would have used them up more by now. Just see. Okay, so in my little palette, the one that I use for taking to watercolor classes, which I've not used. I haven't used it. I completely forgot about this tin here. I have cerulean, cobalt, ultramarine. The indigo is empty. This is the Payne's Grey, I think. Yeah, this is Payne's Grey. Then I have the alizarin crimson, cadmium red, burnt sienna, burnt umber, yellow ochre, and my yellow cadmium. So I also have to use these up. This was a sample of the dioxazine violet. So my goal for 2026 is to use up this box, including the small one as well. I need to use it up. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not too sure what to do with the indigo though, because it comes in a tube. This is the tube that I have. I still have quite a lot of it. I mean, watercolor goes a long way. And this is the 10mm tube. And I got this one in 2019, I believe. So I guess I'll just be keep on pouring this in here until I run out of it. And now let's do the fun part, the empties. I don't have much empties to show you, but I do have a few things in here. Okay, so the basics. One full roll of Tesa film. One full roll of masking tape for my watercolors. 2 rolls of washi tape. A whole stick of glue. Now this is a fountain pen cleaner. This one actually went bad, so I didn't finish it. It just went bad. I had bought it around 2012, maybe 2010, and it started getting yellow. So I threw it out and I bought a new one. Then I have this small watercolor pan from LM Colors, the handmade watercolors that I also like using. And I have another one like that as well. I know there's still some paint left in there, but I wasn't able to get into it. This is the Hooker's Green from a Cotman series. This was the sap green as well. And I also have some of the labels that I opened to get the new one. So I opened the new cadmium yellow hue, and this is a yellow ochre as well. And then I have pens. These are like fine liners, 0.4 millimeters and 0.05 millimeters. A micron 01 in brown, another micron 05 in brown as well, a high-tech point pilot. This is the G-Tech C4 from Pilot. It still has some ink in there, it's a black one, but the nib is, the tip is faulty, so it skips and it breaks the paper. This was a ballpoint by Uniball Signo, Sharpie Mini, my Jelly Roll in white. This one is actually empty, it doesn't even have the refill. I don't know where to get the refills, and I also lost the spring that goes in there. And this was from Muji, also from a long time ago. And refill, an empty refill. I don't even know for what pen. The last washi, not washi, the last stickies that I had of this cat. Very dirty kneading eraser. And this art gum that I had also from back in the 90s. And it doesn't even erase anymore, it just makes things more dirty, so I decided also to chuck it in there when I was going through all my stuff. And yeah, so I know it probably wasn't too exciting. I feel like I don't have much to show because I'm still working on it, but I still wanted to share it with you and let you know what I have been using all this time. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm not showing you. I have my watercolor pencils, my colored pencils, and so on, but I'm not using them too much because it hurts my wrist and my shoulder. I've also been, this is now more on the admin side, so when I write down the notes for when I'm making my videos, I am using these up. So these are the Muji gel pens, and I've had them for a long time now. The blue is almost done. I'm going through the purples, and then the green is actually brand new. I actually might have gotten this one last year when I was in Denmark. I think so, because the label is new. So I don't know what it's doing there. I must have run out of the other one last year. And then this is the Woody Pal, so the multicolored pencil. As you can see, I've actually used it more. It was almost new before, and I've been sharpening it and using it quite a lot for a few of my paintings. And actually I had so much fun with this that I actually bought a new one. I know I shouldn't have, but I did, so sue me. This is by Paper Zone Germany, from the Müller store. And because of the purples, I thought it was going to be like a swirl of purpley colors, but it's actually not. It has reds, it has blues, and it has yellows. Yeah, it doesn't have any green, doesn't have any purple. But I mean, you can sort of get green by mixing it. And this is also a lot of fun to use. And yeah, the two washi tapes that I'm using for my paintings. This one is almost dead, actually. This is not enough for a big painting, so I'm just using this for like small tags when I need some. And this is also running out. Well, I hope this wasn't too much of a bore for you. I hope you found it entertaining. I hope I also inspired you to use up your supplies. I mean, it's not a competition, it's not a race, you just have to keep on going. The main goal is not to use them up, it's to use them, to actually create art, to make things, to be creative, and just do the work. If you want to get better at something, you just need to practice, 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 and this is a good way to do that. It's a good way to challenge yourself to actually practice. At least that's what I find in my case. Anyway, having said that, I hope you've had a great Christmas. I hope you're having great holidays. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And if you aren't, I hope you're still hanging in there. We don't know what 2026 is going to bring. The world is a crazy place right now, so I'm actually scared, but I'm still trying to go on. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me all this year. Let me know in the comments anything that you want to let me know. Here's a big hug from my part and my best wishes for 2026. Bye for now. See you in 2026.